Imagine a place where the sky dances with emerald and violet, a place where towers of crystal rise from snow-covered hills, and every whisper of the wind carries a shimmering secret. This is the Aurora Borealis Sanctuary, a realm built from pure light, where dreams are painted across the night sky. And somehow, I was invited. Have you ever dreamed of a place so magical? It feels like a secret whispered only to you by the stars. What if I told you such a place exists, hidden far beyond the edges of any map? A place where the northern lights aren't just a spectacle, but a way of life. When I first heard the rumors, I thought they were only stories. But stories have a way of calling you home. And so, tired of the everyday, I decided to go. To trade the familiar streets for a journey into the unknown, to step into a realm of shimmering magic. This was no ordinary trip. It was an invitation to walk beneath a sky that listens and to see if the legends were true. It began with an envelope, shimmering like frozen moonlight. It had appeared on my desk without a sound. Inside, written in delicate silver ink, were the words, "The Aurora Borealis Sanctuary awaits. Come before the next full moon. Oh, wait, another 100 years. 100 years." I held the letter in my hands, feeling its cool glow against my skin. I didn't know if this was a gift or a challenge. But my heart whispered, "Go." The journey began at night. A skyboat, woven from silver clouds, awaited me at the edge of the cliffs. Its sails shimmered as if spun from moonlight, and its hull was powered by pure stardust. As we lifted into the sky, the wind sang soft lullabies in my ears. We soared past mountains shaped like sleeping giants, and over lakes that reflected galaxies I had never seen before. Somewhere along the way, a tiny winged fox appeared, floating beside the boat. It spoke in a voice like chimes in the wind. What dances but never tires, and sings without a voice. I thought for a moment, then looked upward. "The lights," I answered. The fox smiled and vanished, leaving a trail of glowing dust behind. And then I saw it. The shimmering gates of the sanctuary, towering arches of ice, carved by the winds of centuries, glowed with rivers of emerald, violet, and sapphire light. The air hummed as if the very sky knew I had arrived. From the glow, a figure emerged, a guardian, cloaked in the auroras themselves. They bowed slightly. "Here," they said softly. "The sky listens, and it remembers those who dream." I stepped through the gates, and my breath caught in my chest. Frost-covered walkways sparkled like diamond. Crystalline trees reached toward the auroras above, their branches dripping with light instead of snow. Every surface reflected the moving colors of the sky. We reached reached a garden where no shadows existed. Flowers bloomed not in petals, but in glowing streams of color, soft pinks, radiant golds, and shimmering blues. When I reached out to touch one, it dissolved into light and drifted upward, becoming part of the aurora above it. Was as if every flower carried a story, and by touching it, I had helped it reach the sky. Next came the Chamber of Echoes, a vast, circular hall, its mirrored walls catching the light from every angle. Here, the auroras swirled close to the ground, rippling like living ribbons. As I laughed in wonder, the lights began to shift. They formed shapes, memories, scenes from my own life, the smell of my grandmother's kitchen, the sound of rain against my childhood window, faces of friends I had not seen in years. It was then I realized the auroras didn't just dance, they listened. At last, we stood once more before the gates. The guardian turned to me, placing a small glowing crystal in my hands. "The sanctuary cannot be kept," they said. "It can only be visited, but light stays with those who carry it." As I stepped outside, the colors of the auroras began to fade with the coming dawn. But in my heart, they still burned brightly. I returned to my village on foot, snow crunching softly beneath my boots. Above me, a faint green ribbon lingered in the morning sky, a quiet reminder that the sanctuary had been a real dot in my hand. The crystal glowed faintly, its light warm even in the cold. Now, I sit at my desk, the crystal resting beside my journal. Through the window, I can still see the faintest trace of the lights. Perhaps one day you will find your own sanctuary, a place where wonder feels alive and the world becomes something more than you imagined. Because sometimes the most beautiful journeys are the ones we never planned but will never forget.